And by the way, the people that slept outside for nights to get into the courtroom, get some help. Please. Soon, okay? There's something wrong with you. I mean,
Alec Murdaugh's lead defense attorney, Dick Harpootlian, speaking on the Senate floor for the first time since the verdict. He discusses the criminal justice system and the threats he's received. I'm Angenette Levy, and thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. If you watched Alec Murdaugh's trial, you know that Dick Harpootlian is a very colorful character, and that personality of his was on full display on the Senate floor yesterday in South Carolina. For those of you who don't know, he's not only an attorney, but also a state senator. In South Carolina, judges are actually elected by the General Assembly in the state legislature. He joked about his experience with Judge Clifton Newman, who presided over Alec Murdaugh's trial.
One of the criticisms against the way that we elect and choose judges in South Carolina is that they'll be beholding to legislators once they get on the bench.
Didn't happen in this case.
Do you think that happened to you in this case, Senator?
Trust me, okay? I've got a couple big black and blue marks on this rear end of mine that will affirm that.
Please don't. We'll take your word for that. You don't need to show us. But
Harpootlian reiterated that he plans to appeal on Alec Murdaugh's behalf, and they believe that Judge Newman made some errors in his rulings, that they were legally wrong. He said throughout the course of the trial, people wrote to him by email. Some were kind, some not so much.
Most of it was very positive. A lot of it were people that were watching this in Germany or England or the Netherlands, or wacky. I don't know, they don't have anything else to do in those countries, but a bunch of people here also gave me suggestions on a daily basis what we should do or how we screwed up yesterday. But the folks that sent me "you are a rotten piece of scum, and I hope you die of," let me clean this up a little bit, rectal cancer, they have a misapprehension of the system.
Harpootlian went on to discuss his role in the criminal justice system. He's been both a prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney. He also discussed those nasty messages that were sent to him, his co-counsel, and his staff.
They have a misapprehension of our justice system. While they're very familiar with the Second Amendment, they apparently haven't read the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, or the Eighth Amendments that guarantee us the freedom, or guarantee our freedoms of ourselves and our property. This is an oath I took 49 years ago, and I take it seriously. And by the way, my interest, you don't have to convince me you're innocent for me to represent you. That's not the issue. The issue is, can the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt? And once you decide that position, you are free to do what is in your client's best interest.
Harpootlian also quoted John Adams and said that Abraham Lincoln, when he worked as a lawyer, represented at least 20 murderers. He and Jim Griffin are representing Alec Murdaugh in his financial crime cases, so this is not the last we've seen of either one of them. For Law and Crime, I'm Angenette Levy.